When life gets to a point where you are just in the kitchen and you seem to bang your head to the point of unconsciousness, it's definitely a sign to slow things down a tad. Feels like I've had a whizzy? Feels like I've had a whizzy and I've been sat down and got a second voice in my ear. On Thursday night, I was rushing around the kitchen with the twins. One twin perched up on the bench, the other one down here. And in my kitchen, I have these cupboard doors above headline, and one of them was open, but it opens onto the back of the wall. And me being the chaotic queen that I am, went to go into the pantry, smashed my eye on the corner of the cupboard door, like so there, smack, and slid down. See a little crack? Slid down and knocked myself unconscious. And so basically concussion to the head and 4 days in bed where I couldn't open my eyes absolutely winded me, just took the life out of me. And it's such a hectic metaphor of just like slow down. Going into this week's check-in, so off the back of the concussion, I first off don't believe that I ate for the first maybe 24 hours, but then the next 24 hours definitely gave it a good nudge. Oh, it's really hard. Oh, it's really hard to relax when you're pinching me. Given everything, I'm definitely not going to be too hard on myself. And I think the circumstances given, I've actually done very well. I don't know how to relax anymore. It's not part of my ethos. Ow! I've actually gained more awareness in the last 3 to 4 days than what I've been able to over the matter of weeks, based on the fact that hard times truly do reveal where we are not free. I'm going to stop complaining. There's not going to be any more noise from me. At the moment, I am literally doing my bare minimum, and I am going through the motions of stick to my nutrition, stick to my water intake, and stick to my steps. That is my bare minimum at the moment, just to get by, because I know, and what I'm truly hanging on to is that watching this series back is I know that only 1 week can make all the difference.
So,
let's keep in mind that I was in bed for 4 days.
I think it is a very good result considering the week that you've had.
He knows my mental health right now can't handle a big hit.
And I think you should be super proud of how well you're doing considering the hits that you've taken in the last few
I don't
months.
want to be doing well considering the hits that I've taken. I want to be doing well for the sake of it. It's like someone saying, you got a good body for a mum. You look good for a dad.
No, but
it's like a backhanded compliment.
Yes, but
during this transformation series, I wanted to prove to myself that I could actually stick to the plan, that I could put on as much muscle as possible, and to actually push myself to see how far I could actually truly get when it comes to dedication, but more importantly, mindset. For me, it's always about that underlying mindset and what the awareness of doing a period like this, 6, 8, 12 weeks, actually unlocks and uncovers.
Your skin fold went up just over 1 mil over all sides. It means nothing. Can we know how if you have a good week, that can drop 2 or 3 mil?
So I know that if I actually stick to the plan just for 1 week, I'm already going to be better next week. And that is literally what I'm hanging on to, knowing with everything that's happened this week, that next week is going to be so much better.
You're better than what you were 2 weeks ago still. It's just, you had a good week last week.
I always knew that the NLP component and the mindset element of Project U is what stood and really does still stand out above the rest. But it's not until I am in the trenches with you all that it really does ring home. No matter what happened, every single week it's been like, Oh my God, it's like I get up 2 times, fall back 1. The universe just keeps like sitting me down. I'm like, I'm tired.
No, it's the other way around. You get knocked down once, you get up twice.
Do I though? I think that's supposed to be the quote, but
don't
that
know, I
ain't my
don't know.
life right now.
I can't remember what the quote is. To be honest.
I'm pushing myself at the moment harder than I have in many years, and I know that for myself, it's like this internal battle of like, you can do this, and then it's like the devil on the shoulder going like, but can you? Like, there's that self-doubt. Whenever I've got those moments of like, I can't do this, it's like a whole theatre of I can't do this, versus like a little tiny like, come on, up you get. And this little tiny up you get is like the habits and those tiny little 1% every single day of like, you actually can, Sophie, just get it done. That's what gets me through those workouts at 4 a.m. It's not the fact that I've got this iron mindset like Nathan perhaps does, where he's like, yep, cool, I walk into the gym and I get it done.
A solid week of training. Like you've just been...
Out of all of this,
you've been bedridden for...
It's my mental health.
Yeah, but you just need to get a solid week for it to... And that's what's the thing. Your mental health doesn't just all of a sudden go... And you wake up and you go, ah!
Sometimes I do. Sometimes it's like the roller coaster. Sometimes I can have 3.
Actually, I do know that. Yeah.
You do know that. Sometimes
And that's why I know. That's why I know that you just need to keep hanging in there sometimes until that day either comes or you work your way out of it.
Until that day comes. Until that day comes.
Which is usually pretty quick. Like it can change pretty quickly.
I think that on social media, a lot of people would look at my life and think that it's picture perfect. I drive a G-Wagon, I have a beautiful home, I have beautiful children, I work for myself, and I should have it easy. And that's genuinely what people have told me and the comments that I read. And during this series, I wanted it to be so real, and week to week, it is literally shown that there have been more hard times than what there has been good. And it has shown that, heck, there has been so many moments where I have been struggling so much and I'm feeling like I actually can't even get through the next week, or reflecting back and being like, "Whoa, that was a really hard week." Then the next week gets even worse. And this is real and this is life. I think that the best thing that these week by week documentary entries have shown me is that it definitely comes down to mental mindset.
Oh, the mentality of people is what holds people back. 100%.
The biggest thing for myself has been the correlation between actually sticking to the plan and following nutrition and training to a T, and the direct impact that has and correlation between sleep, mental health, feeling better, energy levels. I'm looking at the stats on his screen. One of the weeks it says I was 40% compliant. 40%, that's pretty shocking.
Yes.
That's not great mental mindset, strength.
That was the way you went up.
Reflected in my results too. Project U is so much more than just nutrition and training. It's the NLP mindset component that truly does entangle and entwine every single component that you need to actually reach your goals.
I said you just need a good run again, and that will help a lot.
What is a good?
Because 2 weeks ago, not even 2 weeks ago, a week ago, I got a message saying the absolute opposite.
What did it say?
It was saying how you're in such a great place and all this sort of stuff.
I know the power that Project U has to transform and change women's lives. Today, there are 50 spots only. All in all, I spent 4 days in bed and I didn't train. I didn't move. I didn't actually come out of the bedroom. So, what are the stats? What are we looking at? I'm 1 kilo up.
800 grams.
Project U is for the woman who actually wants to prove herself that she can achieve anything that she sets her mind to. For the woman at home watching, if I can do this, I promise you that you can too. I can do hard things, and I'm proud of myself.